Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here at VanillaTV, where we have an awesome night of TF2 action planned for you guys once again in the 66 Nations Cup hosted by ETF2L. We're still in the group stages. We're moving on to the playoffs next week, starting with the round of 16. A lot of interesting teams there already. But to round up that round of 16, we need a couple of more matches to be played. This is one of them. We have Team Russia in the red playing for you guys, up against Team Ireland, who's going to be in the blue. The game has not started yet or anything like that. Don't be alarmed. We're just going to take it easy. And yeah, we're just going to talk a little bit about the game just before it goes live. Practice took a little bit longer, Skully, but we're here right now, and I'm excited to see who's going to win this.
I am excited, actually. This is my first action of seeing the impressive Ireland play. I've already seen the Russians. Last week I casted the Russians play a very tight game against Israel. I know you've also casted Israel, so you've got an idea of the Israeli team. I've got an idea of the Russian team. I think we can put together here and say that it's going to be quite an interesting game when it goes through to the knockout stage. That is the big story in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Ireland, I would say a little bit the underdog here. I mean, they didn't look really good against Israel, but they had a couple of good opportunities. And Russia, on the other hand, they looked surprisingly good against Israel the second map, but their first map was awful. Skully, we casted that together, Israel versus Russia, and they lost like 5-0 in 10 minutes on this very map, Badlands. That's the starting map for today. Badlands and Snakewater are going to be the maps that are going to be played today. Once again, it's going to decide who is going to move on into the playoffs. I'm going to check in a second who they're going to face, and who's actually just going to drop down and not going to play anymore. This could be the last official this summer for one of these teams. Actually, it has to be.
It has to be, yeah. Which is really interesting. When you talk about also going back to the Badlands situation, one thing I'd like to bring up: Russia they admitted last time, and they will admit open to anybody's face if you've been Russian, English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, whatever. They will admit to your face that this is not their favorite map. So this could be the influential game that if the Irish win this. This is going to set up the momentum for them to take it on to Snakewater, like we saw with the Israelis last week. This could be the momentum that they need to take on to the second map. And they need the momentum because, on paper, the Russians are the stronger team.
Wait, I spoke to you about it last week a little bit. Ordinator is kind of a little bit of... How do you want to say it? It's kind of like one of those... like a bear in some sort of, like, who's sleeping during the winter, you know, in like a cave, and if you wake him up once, he'll tear you apart. That's kind of Ordinator. He's that guy, he's fine, but as soon as you screw one thing up, he explodes, and if you lose a couple of middles in a row, at least that's what I've heard from the Russians, he's really a guy that works on momentum, that works on motivation that he gets from his team, and as soon as stuff goes wrong and the motivation drops a little bit, he usually loses his temper. He's that kind of player, and everything is pretty much going to depend on the first couple of middles. If Ireland can take, I don't know, like 2 out of the 4 or 2 out of the 3 middles at the start and win maybe a round out of the first 3, I think Ireland has a good shot of actually taking this map. Snakewater is a little bit unknown, I think, to both of us for both these teams. We're just going to have to see what happens there. But on Badlands specifically, Russia needs to watch out for the Irish players.
Russia needs to watch out because, like that mid, like you say, is very important. There's another thing that we haven't picked up on yet, and this is not the same lineup Russia used.
Yeah.
And normally in some situations, if you're replacing a scout, it's not big. A soldier, there is a few issues there. It's a demo man. They are swapping out their demo man. I can't remember who was playing in their demo man role.
Hitman.
Before.
It was Hitman.
That's it. Hitman. I knew it was somebody. Hitman was their demo man before. Now they're using GDK. And that is a big change, is it not?
Yeah, we spoke to Admirable before the game a little bit in IRC. Obviously, he's a member of VanillaTV, so we have easy access to some sort of info. And he realized GDK played for the too strong lineup very early this season. I would say like 4 or 5 months ago is when he played for too strong. And he was really focused on just fragging, like high fragging power. 30 to 40 frags every single map, even if they lost. He focuses on that. He takes high risks, dies very often. He plays a very aggressive style. If he does that again, that is completely different to what Hitman showed us last week. He's a very calculative demo man. He calls very often. That's the way Hitman plays. Now with GDK, they're going to have to change their playstyle. To be honest, if you look at the Russian lineup, I looked at the Green Beret, the frag movie from Reko and Redzz, the scouts from Team Russia earlier today, I think multiple times actually. They're fantastically good when they get the chance to play aggressive. When someone initiates combat and they can come up the flank and then fight from there. And really, like, you have Predz and Pure on the other side, very good scouts, but Reko and Redzzzz, they've been playing together for over a year now. They're very good, and all is going to depend on how much they can shut down them after the aggression from GDK ends.
Exactly. I mean, playing as a scout myself, I know how important a scout partnership and a scout aggression is. I mean, it's all right for a scout to be the cleanup crew that we always talk about, but they need to have that aggression, and sometimes just a scout running on and taking again a couple key picks at the start is going to help them. And like you say, for those who don't know, this Russian team is basically the same team that won Division 1 in Season 11 in the ETF2L. They are from UV Gaming, and they decided for Season 12, we're not going to play, we're going to take a season out. Of course, this is actually a bit of a loophole because the rules for Nations Cup, you cannot have an entire lineup from a team that played in Season 12. Well, none of these guys played in Season 12, so the whole team is basically playing for Russia.
Yeah, exactly. It's a kind of a loophole in the system, if I can say it like that, but it's not really on the other side. Like, that's kind of the flip side that we're looking at. Ireland, I don't know what to expect from them. They have one roster lineup as well. Also, their downman Funkadelic was playing downman last game, but he's actually a soldier, so they switched him out. And now Troot is playing. He's called Dafsky in this game so far, so we're probably just going to call him that. Because obviously it's easy for the viewers to realize who it is. From people who don't know Troot, obviously. Irish Devilman, a very solid Devilman, I would like to say. Has been around Division 2, in between Division 2 and Division 4 for like forever. He's a very solid Devilman, not the skill level that GDK has, but he knows what to do. He's not going to make any mistakes, and he's not going to make the super high risk that might get him killed very early on.
Yeah, also for the Irish, you've got Paul. Paul is a player I actually have played with before. I went up in the divisions. One of my first teams was with Paul, and he is a respectable Div 3, Div 2 medic, which I think it's not going to be a huge influence. If he goes down, it's going to be because he can hold his own in a fight. He knows when to get out, and that is a key thing here. In fact, when you look at it, Whiteglow versus Paul is actually a key matchup. Not who's going to get Uber or crits first, because for all we know, Whiteglow may be running crits 75% of the whole time.
We saw our Gully Wars last time, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be really who's going to have the balls to stay in that extra bit, and that's where I think Whiteglow will have an advantage, because Paul will play a safe game. There's nothing wrong with a safe game. But, I mean, Whiteglow will probably sit there with 10 health and still have an Uber charge, where Paul would probably pop it at 30.
Yeah, Whiteglow is a very... I don't know, like, he likes to take risks, but he always does it while knowing that he can do it. Like, it's sort of like safe risk-taking, if that makes sense whatsoever. We're going to see how it plays out. The plugins are all loaded, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get this game going now. Team Ireland versus Team Russia in 5, 4, 3, 2... Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to VanillaTV, where we have the final group stage match in the 6v6 Nations Cup of ETF2L.org here between Team Ireland in the blue and Team Russia in the red, going up against each other here on CP Badlands. Predz, Skully on the mics, comedian on the stream, the first medal going live, and Forsaken is jumping again. He's doing it again, Skully.
He is doing it again. I'm also, as you see here, Predz gets a couple kills there. And we see a Valley rollout we saw there for the Irish, and Predz is on a 3-man. And just look at the rollout. Where is Predz at the moment? Admirable gets a 2-man. Predz was just going to town on that mid. 3 people up for the Irish and a wipe.
3 kills, hat-trick there, coming out from Predz, and I think Ireland did their homework. Forsaken jumps very early onto their train. He used to do that. He did it 5 times in a row against the Israel game. Israel knew that. They decided to go Valley, counted it very well, and the fragging power from Predz there really managed to get through there. 3 kills, moving into that and actually capping it, already topping the board there. The Russians are going to decide to just hold this, though. Paul did go down there, as did Whiteglow, so both teams equal Uber so far, Skully, but I'm not 100% sure. Where are they going to defend? What is Russia going to do? It looks like Pure from Ireland is going to be the first one to initiate aggression onto this left-hand side, and they get 1 scout.
Yeah, here comes the soldier here, trying to work onto Whiteglow. Funkadelic could not get Whiteglow. Whiteglow's not healing, though. He is low. At the same end, though, Paul is low, and he's got no one at the moment. He's just going to try some long-range air hills. Wow, did he get an end? That's great healing. Great healing there with the crossbow, and while he's doing that, he's sitting back, just putting the heal on. Great idea there, and look at what it's working. They're getting fragged.
Predz decided to drop down from balcony. That means that the capping time is going to be very slow here, Skully. Admirable on his own, great surfing there in midair, getting to save his life. Dafsky goes down, though. It's a down man. big loss, and with both scouts for the Russians up, I don't think Ireland can cap this. They're going to try, though. So Predz going down, it's going to be a very tough job. And Ireland, they need to run out of here, but they're probably too late. Uber gets popped here, and Whiteglow, he's on 20 HP, but he has it very solidly. Just needs to make sure it doesn't come a flying rocket in from somewhere.
They need to get a pop here as soon as possible, but they have not been able to, so they're going to have to pull back out, and now they're on the back foot. Uber goes off real
scared.
late.
Yeah, he got scared.
Late.
Whiteglow got scared. There was nothing around him whatsoever. He thought he heard a call. There was a missed call coming out from the Russians. He popped it just to be 100% safe. Moving into middle right now. They got a little bit of cap time. Predz gets taken down. Whiteglow only on 30 HP. The Irish could go for this. Look at the health. Look at the health of the Russians. The Irish are going to go for this. And great play coming out from the Irish.
Oh, I was looking now. I did not see the scout on the back cap. I was looking because Predz would look straight at the medic. So there's no respawners there. Brilliant play there. Yeah. Nice textbook back cap there from the scout for the Irish.
Fantastic play. The poking on the middle area, it's just fantastic to see that every one of the Russians kind of just got weak. They couldn't really defend, they couldn't really attack either, and just kind of got caught in between the two sides of the hamburger, pretty much. And right now we're going back into this middle ETF2L Nations Cup here. The group stages, winner goes through, loser gets knocked out. That's what's at stake here. First map, CP Badlands. Going into this middle, the aggression of the Russians is saying enough, I guess.
The aggression of the Russians is saying, and we've got Paul on his own here. They try to do some sort of valley roll at the Irish again. This time it's not working, and just the Russians was just sticking with a standard rollout. Had the scouts there early, managed to call what was happening, and you can see the Russians, yeah, they're lit, but they've managed to pick it up, and they've managed to counter what is usually a very good attacking move there. So, yeah. Real good here. You just watch the aggression as well from the Russians, preventing any type of defense.
This is the way the Irish should have done it in the first place. Get that scout up there as fast as you can, and then have the scout just bouncing around that spire, getting cap time where he can, and just be as annoying as possible. Now, two scouts around the sort of yard-ish area. It looks like Ireland, especially Pure. He's sitting in trash area at the moment, left-hand side of spire, a little bit out of position. He's going to try and sneak behind. No, he's not. The Uber's ready. Backup once again. Looks like the Ireland is just going to go for the backup play. Predz forcing the two scouts back. And while they're pushing forwards, I think Russia might have been caught out of position.
Russia got... they've been popped as well. I do not know what the Russians were doing. They sent both scouts to block a back cap. No, you don't do that, Russia. What are you doing? I mean, now we're seeing arrows being played by the medics here for the Russians. We see Whiteglow attacking with the arrow. Uber's been pulled off though, but it's not going to matter. They've already got enough frag. Not noticed a scout in trash in the lobby area. Now they've noticed him. They've had to pull back. This is the time really the Irish need to make a push, but spawners are coming up.
They lost a little bit too many players, Skully, to actually push on there. They lost both their scouts quite early into that fight. There was no real flanking power going on, so they had to retreat. Now the question is, why didn't Whiteglow drop back to his soldiers? He could have been building this Uber. Now the Uber is equal. I don't think Paul has an accurate read on this Uber though, and I don't think Whiteglow has either. So maybe the Russians think they have an advantage. They'll push in. They'll lose 6 versus 6. We'll see how it's going to be able to play out. The Irish are kind of pressuring a little bit. Reko does get taken down by Predz into that valley, exchanging scouts. Now the soldiers are going at it though, Skully. What's going to happen? Barely!
Really aggressive.
14 and 55.
Wow, I think that was just Admirable there. Ad's just staying a little bit too far in, but he managed to get out, so that's all that matters. And we're just going to see here. It's just, it looks like it's just going to be a standard stalemate hold here. So it's just going to be first person to get blood. So that is what we're looking at the flanks as well. A kill on the flanks would probably initiate a push. Yep. So the question is, who's going to get the first kill? Oh, look at this.
The bomb comes in. Great force. Great force. They are coming in. As Forsaken does get the force off. Very late Uber there for the Russians. They're going to try and follow up on this, but it's 5 versus 6. It might be a little bit late. Soldier missed his jump as well, as Funkadelic shows his presence into this house area. Are the Irish going to be able to make some picks? So it looks like yes. Ordinator does get taken down. And Redzz, oh my god, goes down as well. But at what cost? The Delman has gone down. But as long as GDK has to stay alive here, still 175,
Predz
150,
goes down.
And the Irish are going, Skully.
They are going for it. I was about to say they should be going for it. They've not noticed the Delman underneath the bridge. Now they've noticed him because the Delman gave himself away. There is a soldier as ordinary just spawned. I believe he has.
Yeah,
so
he died early.
I mean, what we saw on that Uber, I just want to point that out. What we said at the start of the game, I was saying about how Paul's a safe player. Paul was barely touched. He was on 3/4 health, and he popped.
He just made sure that he didn't drop that. Like, one rocket can hit you if it hits you perfectly. A little bit of scout do on the side here while I say that. It's, yeah. kind of looking around. We lost one scout for Ireland, one soldier for Russia. Russia's now spawning. Did they get Predz on that point? Yes, they did get Predz on that point very early. Redzzzz winning that duel with Admirable. Great aim from him.
Oh, they've been pushed down. Nice play there from GDK pushing down.
Predz is 1 HP. He really couldn't stay up there anymore. And now Scout coming in from behind, forced that Uber on Paul. Great play there, coming in from the back by Reko. And that Uber, 75, Skully. Look at the Russian health. They're quite weak.
Whiteglow was low. They tried to get him originally, but they could not.
Oh, Reko gets Paul. Great play from behind. Actually, double kills on Dafsky as well. At the same moment, one shot, 2 kills on a medic and Demo Man, taking them down. And great play by Reko is going to clear up this point. It's a 3 versus 1 situation. Not really good enough to push on this, though.
No, I'm just looking where Admirable is here. He's in the house, so he will get discovered. But he is that Admirable. He's looking for a pick. He's looking for a drop. No one's noticed him.
He gets called. He gets called. No, he got called already. He's going to try and jump up. 73. Actually gets boosted by the scout. 16 HP. 56. One soldier comes up, blocks him off. And the Russians, it did stop their push going into the middle. They wanted to play it safe, but the Uber versus only 45% on Paul. 6 versus 5 players. I think they're going to try not to Uber. They are. Skully Scout actually from behind!
Oh, Paul!
Oh, my God.
But look at that, though. They are too busy forward because they're not going to...
Second time that the Irish are back-capping. Predz and Pure already on their way to last. They are going to cap this off. Wow. 2-0. 2 back-caps in a row. And surely, Russia, they need to be angry at this. This is a rookie mistake. They cannot let that happen.
That is big, especially being that if there was no scout on back-cap, they had that round signed and sealed because they took out Paul really early in that battle there. I am surprised.
Third medal right now here in the ETF2L Nations Cup, number 3. The group stage is still. Winner goes through, loser drops out. Irish so far have won 2 medals in a row. The Russians are going to get angry at some point, but we'll see. They're going to move in right now. The Irish already lost their down man very early. Decide to drop out. Very clever move. Reko does get taken down. Might trigger push. It looks like maybe. It looks like Funkadelic a little bit indecisive. Look at the aggression out of GDK. He doesn't know when to stop, and Paul maybe manages to get out. 86 health is he at the moment. There's one sticky there, most likely. No, there is not. He's going to stay alive, 100 HP. And the Ubers, well, I wouldn't say they're equal, but Paul stayed out of that middle alive.
Typical aggressive play there. When your demo man goes down at the start, you pull out. So when do you see a demo man down, they pull out? Just keep going, just keep going.
It's crits on Whiteglow. It's crits on Whiteglow, actually.
It's crits?
Oh, wow. I messed that up, yeah.
We've been waiting.
We messed that up completely, but he had the crits quite a long time ago. I don't know if the comedian caught that. If he did, thanks for making us look stupid.
Okay, so my eyes are on GDK here because we know how good a demo crits are here.
Here it comes. I've spotted the crits. It's not the crits yet. They're going to try sticky that point. They're going to try sticky that point and have one soldier jump on it. Yeah, here we go. Soldier jumps on the point. Now the crits comes in. Oh, my God. Great Uber for Paul. Great Uber, but the point gets capped, Skully. Wow. Wow.
That is something we saw in the last game when they used crits. They were using the soldiers almost as decoys. So they had their man just bait a couple going in there. Soldiers go in for the bomb while the crits have popped off. So you're depending all on the demo man stickies.
It's great play, isn't it? I mean, fantastic middle so far. Let's see, can the Irish come back in this? Obviously, they're still 2-1 ahead, but it's gonna sting a little bit that they won 2 backups. Not a regular round just yet. Going into the middle again, their demo man dies early.
Admirable! Wow, how did you get a scout there? Look at Predz there. Predz gets the demo, but Whiteglow gets an Uber saw. And while that is happening, that's not Predz, sorry, it's the other scout. I apologize. Predz is on his own. That's a wipe for Russia, and they have a full set of crits.
Yeah, there's still crits.
It is crit.
So, okay, there's a couple of things we can get out of this. First of all, we saw the Russians play last week. If they lose, they go crit streak. That's what they do. You get a full 10 seconds of 100% crit streak instead of the invulnerability. It just seems to match their play a little bit more, I guess. It catches the opponent off guard. Losing Reko there, not going to help them catch the Spire. Gonna have to retreat. Where is GDK? Is he going to enter that fight any second now?
He is. He's just spawned. I think he took a long way to spawn.
There he is. He's only 60 HP. He's going to get healed first. Admirable goes down, though. Here comes the crits. Here comes the crits. Oh, my God. He takes Paul down as the crits comes in. Great play. Oh, my God. He gets some more.
Is he going for 4? Oh, no. All he takes. Scouts need to get on this. Look at it. They're lit, but that doesn't matter. They are all lit, but they have got no one to attack them. But just one scout, who's I think's a resupply.
That was a great play from the Russians. We saw it last week. Is that the demo is so brutal. It was Hitman last week. Now they're playing with GDK. The same, just magnificent sticky play coming out of there with the crit screen. Great damage, taking down Paul, taking down players, capping that point, and now again with the Uber advantage, they're probably going to move in, maybe try and do. They might. Let's see. Pure's going to have to do something though. They're going to do the exact same push. I think they're going to do the exact same push.
Saw that coming a mile away. Nobody picked up. He close well away from them. Brilliant play there. Now
the Irish are holding on. There's one scout coming in towards the point. They need to take him down first. Reko behind the point. GDK's coming in. GDK has to get shot down. And yes, he does. Funkadelic coming out with the hat trick. Great play from him. But
just looking. I mean, I think the Russians are complacent to this whole back. Audi and Whiteglow has already spawned, but they weren't even going into choke. Now they're looking to just try and bait a few rockets at choke. Now comes Audi.
Yeah, GDK is going to be in there in the choke in a second. Funkadelic is going to get shut down. Great play by Redzz. 1 for 1 so far. I think the Russians might want to try and force this Uber here. Yes, the Uber does get forced. Great play coming out of there from the players from Russia. And are they going to be able to take down a demo? Yes, they are. Ireland need to be careful of their demo. They really do.
That is bad there. The demo man is key damage dealer for the team. And if you need him to stay alive, you don't need to do anything stupid. Otherwise, you're in trouble. And that's exactly what happened. And that's a shame.
Predz is ready to rock and roll though. Once again, Skully, I've got to watch that GDK cam once again. Oh my God, what a shot! What? Does it again? Takes down 2, and the Russians just loving their crit streak, man.
He got 3, but gets denied on the 3rd.
Scout follow-up coming in. No, the scout follow-up is not going to come in. Great play by Predz once again. Oh, Reko. Redzz, what are you doing? Redzz is there.
He's going. Oh! This is crazy play. This is crazy play. It's almost lemming style at the end there, which I'm really surprised at. I mean, 16 minutes, they just got to hold on, just take their time. What are they doing?
The Irish are going to back up in about 5 minutes. I'm telling you right now, they're going to do it.
If they back cap, it's just going to... I don't know
if they win this map purely by back capping, that seriously, the Russians would be mad. Let's see, 65% crits is at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, here at ETF2L. Actually, do I see the crits from Paul? Yes, the Paul's going crits creek here, Skully. Wow. They're going to be finding crits for crits because, you know, why not? Might as well try. 90% versus 90%. The Irish have been building like mad. Maybe they're going to try and hit them with crits.
They
surprise. Are they going?
With surprise, the soldier already goes down. They're going to keep doing that. Crits have to be exchanged. Funkadelic goes down. Paul goes down for that crit, but the crit is basically used. Trying their best to get Whiteglow. He gets Whiteglow.
Triple kill coming out of the Irish soldier there. And Pure, I love this play. A little bit of a touch, Skully. On the side, the left side of the defensive part of Ireland, they put a heavy there to match any scouts or anything. And Pure had to play with that heavy. And the Russians just couldn't flank whatsoever. They had to fight them head on. And they ended up losing that because it was 6 versus 5.
Brilliant game sense there. Brilliant thought of the game there. I love the choice of a heavy. Don't like the choice of heavy continuing going out when you've got 2 soldiers as well, because that's an extra person for the medic to heal. But I am liking this. Now the question, will we see crits heavy, or are we just going to see a crits demo man? I'm liking this metagame right now with crits v crits.
Crits v crits. Soldier goes down each, but that doesn't really matter for the Irish, because obviously they have that heavy. They're going through house. Oh, they're going through house. I'm liking this. If the heavy gets unspotted, heavy does get unspotted.
Here he goes!
Yeah, no crits. Okay. The Russians are saying we're getting out of here. This is not worth it. The thing is, the Russians cannot actually force that crits on Paul. The only thing they can do is use the crits themselves, and it doesn't really work. It doesn't really. Never mind. I'm not saying anything anymore, Skully. Quadra kill coming out of GDK once again. Oh my God, he gets a 5, man. Is he going to make a 6? Where is Admirable hiding? Is he going to make the 6? 60 HP Admirable is going to run for the demo, and is he going to get... Yes, 6-man right there from GDK. Cleans up the entire Irish team.
Wow. That's all I can say.
What a guy.
Well done with the commentator's cursor, I just want to say.
Yeah. I really didn't think that would work. I cannot believe it. I got a 6-man out of that demo man play. That was fantastic. Once again, crits versus crits, but a big Uber advantage. Well, crits advantage, I would almost say. Coming out of Whiteglow here, the Russian medic, 90% crits. Are they going to do the exact same push? They might, but their top push actually worked quite well last time. Bottom right, also an option. It looks like they're going to go top, Skully. I'm not really sure about this choice, but I'm not one to argue with the Russians.
They're sending the soldier in ASAP as a decoy. Now comes the crit. I love this play from the Russians sending a decoy in. It's being used on Audi as well. Really great switch up there. Audi goes to work. The scouts are just capping while everyone's just trying to hide from the crit.
Good play.
I love that play.
Good play.
Love that.
Yeah, it was very clever sending in Forsaken very early there. 2-2 is the scoreline at the moment, between Team Ireland in the blue and Team Russia in the red here in the ETF2L.org Nations Cup number 3. It's a 6v6 Nations Cup. Winner goes through, loser gets knocked out, ladies and gentlemen. So everything's at stake. Your first map, CP Badlands. Look at the aggression from GDK. Just walks to the enemy slope. That was fantastic. Didn't really get a lot of stuff done just yet. The Irish soldiers are going to bomb in. Are they going to take down the medic? Yes, they are.
Whiteglow goes down, but there's a soldier and I believe a scout behind them. I'm not so sure. Yeah, Rek is focusing. Paul goes down. So that's going to negate anything because Paul was running Uber instead of crits that round. Rek is still behind them. They've got... Oh, wow, Rek gets another one. They've got to really focus on Rek. Keep on that point, boys. You've got to keep on that point while you're focusing. He's not going to do much. It's already been capped and he's still behind them. They are just being held up by that. Leave him for the respawners. That's what you got to do, and that's what they're doing there. Really nice combat there from the Irish.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. They're actually capping that middle off. And the Russians must be a little bit thrown off by that. I did not expect the Irish to win that. They did that very well. And now suddenly, yeah, when you're Russia, what do? Well, you go crit screen, you let GDK get the crits.
Always been crits. Always been crits.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the move that they're going to do. 80% crits at the
moment.
moment.
Oh, no one's noticed the scouts! Oh my god. That's bad play. Nobody was looking at the flanks and the scout runs straight into house and just decided to give...
4v3, it's not... GDK gets healed up. He's still alive, though, and the crits is ready to go while Paul did go down. There's 2 scouts for Ireland, though. I can only imagine they're somewhere on the back cap, and it looks like Predz, yeah. Indeed, he is behind him. Where's Predz? What is he going to do? He's going for the medic right now. Predz, is he going to be able to do it?
Got him!
Great play there with Pure. They do have to bite the dust with the 2 of them, but taking Whiteglow there and restoring the Uber advantage in favor of the Irish is a pretty much inaccessible play.
They need to protect Paul because Paul's now running Uber as well, so that Uber charge is more valuable.
Good shots there from Dasky, kind of getting his game on finally. It took him a little while to get into it, but now with 3 picks here, taking down Forsaken and the 2 scouts from the Russians. Great play from him. Uber 75% against the, I would reckon, the crits. Yeah, it is the crits from Whiteglow. So
Isn't
the Russians.
Anything else?
I'm guessing Whiteglow just likes doing this together with the Russian team, and to be honest, when you have GDK making already 3 times like a 4+ kill streak, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think we talked about it in the last game. It's a Russian thing that they just love to run constant crits.
Yeah.
I've noticed it from a lot of Russians. The Uber gets exchanged, just pulls on 50 HP. Will they get Whiteglow?
Double backup, double backup, Skully. Look at this.
Oh,
great play, and yeah, it looks like Russian guys, they are going to get it. They're going to kind of treat the Irish of just saying, you know what, you guys can do this, but we're, better. So we're kind of just going to do it better. Rushing towards the Spire, are they going to be able to take it down? Reko does go down. Red's still up there with more than 100 HP. Cannot fight that Scout. Now the Scout does get a buff though, and Redz is going to have to shoot him down. He does. Steal the time, steal the point. Is he going to cap that? No, he does not. A great crossbow coming out. Wow, what a shot.
Paul, Paul, you just let yourself down.
Bit anticlimactic there, wasn't it? As Paul and Predz do get shot down by Ordinator, the Russian soldier of doom. And now the Irish, a little bit on the back foot, but the Russians, to be honest, they like playing from the back. They love playing with an advantage. They love really pushing on, being aggressive, and playing from that sort of, I don't know, mental state or something like that. They love feeling, very aggressive and stuff like that. Now it kind of backfires as GDK, a little bit over-excessive, did get shut down by Funkadelic and Pure coming in from the side, but the crit's already 55%, and Paul, not even 20% Uber.
Yeah, I mean, do we have to remind people it's crits? I mean, I think we should now just say the following role will be played. Crits is replacing medic gun for the Russians all game, I believe. I mean, that's what it's going to be for the rest of it. This is influential because I think the Russians were waiting for GDK. GDK's now in. So
it's the backup. The Irish are banking on the backup. You saw Pure and Predz already, they're getting buffs now. They're really being aggressive into that valley area. And I don't think Whiteglow has an accurate read on this. Look at the Russians actually holding back. I don't think they have an accurate read on the Uber. I think they messed that up.
I think they have as well.
Yeah, they've messed it up 100%. Paul got the Uber now. They've not pushed whatsoever. They could have, but they messed it up.
They were going for the bomb there, weren't they? Yeah, they were going for the bomb. Forsaken goes, that's a decoy. Now the Russians should really be on the foot. They're not, though, because we've got a soldier going for the... Whiteglow Funkadelic does not get it, but he popped it! He popped
How do you pop a crit?
It's a knee-jerk reaction. It is a knee-jerk reaction. So GDK goes down from Admirable. Pearl gets Redzzzz, Predz goes down, that does not matter. It's a 4 versus 2 situation. Forsaken's just freshly spawned. The Irish are going to keep this, and they're going to keep pushing. Look at that, they send the scout already going straight for the Spire.
Scouts for the Spire straight off the bat. Predz is down, though, so Pure's going to be on his own right there, ×2. Reds did that the other time. Reko, I wouldn't even say backup. He's going to try and shut down that medic. Whiteglow does get taken down by Dashki. Oh my god, what a shot through the soldier. And Reko completely evening out the score once again there by killing the medic from the Irish.
Well, did Admirable just get a peace sign kill? Yeah, he just got a conscious of the jet to kill, so that's nice to see. But this is what it is now. So we're going to see Whiteglow with a crits. I can guarantee... No, whoa, no it isn't. It's a medic gun. It's always a shock when you see a medic gun on Whiteglow. Yeah, it's quite short. And Paul is sticking with normal med gun, so that's okay. But there is no real advantage. So, just so there's another situation. I don't think the Irish have a read.
We have a little bit of a stalemate scenario here, though. Like, the Irish are going to try, see what happens, and pretty much whatever is going on. Are they going to be able to spot the crits? You can see a little bit of a glow coming out of the crits beam. If you can spot that crit, obviously you know that there's a 10-second invulnerability. Well, not invulnerability, but there's a 10-second 200% damage, basically, output. So we'll see. Are they going to spot it? It looks like, look at how far the Irish holding back. They're like, we're not gonna get crits here. We're getting out of here. And
but it's not crits, it's medic guns. Yeah, it is medic. This is the thing. They've not got, and no team's got a read on them.
Uber's coming in here, Skully. I'm going to have to interrupt for just a second here as the Russians are going to push out. I do not like that push out whatsoever, but look at the scouts. Reds and Reko getting 3 frags on the flank, and that might actually save him completely here. As those 3 frags, if that were actually bodies, this point would have already been Irish, but so far, Paul's going to have to retreat, and I can only imagine their scouts and Demoman up his ass. There comes the Demoman, and GDK gets shut down by Funkadelic. Great play from the soldier.
For the whole of that fight, GDK was behind and outside the battle. Yeah. And then right at the last moment, tries and does something. I was surprised because I was there screaming in my head, that's an opportunity to go, but they were just losing so many people on the flank. And now we're going to see a scout for a scout there. That's nothing important, but look at this. Paul has got 50% advantage. Yeah, 50% advantage on the Uber. Dot push, I predict here. They're going to push.
I can't help but think that was a little bit of a suicide. It looks like Pure's still going to go scout, but it was a little bit of a dumb death, I would like to say. It sounds a little bit harsh, but let's see. The Irish are going to pop here very, very early, and maybe the Russians can hold this. There is a Pyro out, though. The Pyro's going to block him out for just a little bit. The Pyro gets shut down. Was not in position there, Skully. Now the Irish are going to play in. I think Whiteglow needs an Uber Soul here, or else this point is Irish.
I don't know. There's the heavy on the point. I don't think they picked it up. Wow, look at the health of the Russians.
85! Wow. He needs that soul! Like, Whiteglow needs that soul!
He's not getting it, he's on his own, he's got to do it himself, he's not going to get it!
The Irish are going to take it. 3-2 at the moment is the scoreline. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the final map, but it's the first map in a best of 2, I would like to say. It's a little bit weird. It goes about cap difference as well. So I would say if the Russians only lose this 1 cap difference on their worst map, I think they're going to like it on Snakewater. But at the moment, like the Irish, 1 step already going into the playoff battles. But we're going to see how this middle's actually going to go. Yeah, I'm not sure, Skully. It looks like the Irish Valley once again against the Russian house tactics.
The Irish like that little Valley play, and I don't know how it's working. I mean, the health is low for both teams. No suiciding there from the soldiers at the moment. We see a scout traded for a scout. Admirable goes down. Order goes down. Oh, thank you for noticing the crit.
Where did that critting? Oh, here they go. Forsaken is going to go. The crits is not going to come. Yeah, the crits is. Is it going to hit anything? It looks like not just yet. Yeah, Demoman goes down. But scout comes in from behind. Pure gets shot down. It looks like the Russians, once again, if Paul gets this Uber, like he's 95%, he is going to get it. He's all the way behind. They're going to let this middle point go to the Russians. Then as soon as everyone is up, or at least Davsky, I mean, they need their Demoman in this push. They're going to repush before the Russians actually hit this crit screen. But look at how fast that number is going up. And look at how aggressive GDK is playing here.
Yeah, if this was me, I probably would have looked at the time and just been complacent to hold. They are blocking now. They're going for a block. Are they going to get anything? The Uber's just used to block and possibly to get the med pick.
Oh, yes, the picks. There comes the pick, Skully. They get 2 picks. That's exactly what they needed. Now 6 versus 4 exchange, 95 crits. Crits is going to come in. He's going to crit him. What? You need to hit, GDK. You really, really need to hit something. But the Irish are already running for their lives. They're not going to come in, and they only lose 1 player. But it's 3 versus 3 with a quicker spawn time and a closer spawn time for the Russians. And Whiteglow with 12 HP serves his way to safety.
Yeah, I think that was another knee-jerk reaction of crit because they only just got it at the last moment on a soldier bot. And wow, they've lost Admirable. again, probably just being a little
They're going to
bit
push
aggressive.
65. The Russians are going to. Like, they
Got
love
it,
doing
they
this
got it.
stuff. Any advantage they push on it. It's only 75% crits, but Paul right now 95% Uber. There's a little bit of a window here where they can push. It looks like GDK has found that window, and Sticky straight on top of it. Uber gets forced early, but what are the Russians going to do against 10 seconds of invulnerability? It looks like great
watch
flash there.
Whiteglow, watch Whiteglow. Whiteglow goes down. They've not noticed the cap. They've not noticed the soldier capping. Where are the scouts?
Dashky comes in, clutches it. There we go. The Irish are going to defend it. It looks like we have 3-2 scoreline. 3 minutes remaining, Skully.
Look at Rek. Look at Rek.
Where is he? Where is he?
He was hiding on the balcony, and now they've
No,
got
the Irish are responding. The Irish are responding.
Well,
okay.
They're sending people back on it, though, which could be a bit of a bad thing, but they are.
Oh, he gets one. Oh my god, he gets two! Reko gets two! Is he gonna count this? He needs to be blocked! It gets blocked! Is he gonna get it? Yes, the Russians got it!
Way.
The Russians got it! How is this possible?
3 seconds, Per and Admirable's gonna get on this ASAP! Look at the time! Oh!
Reko gets the soldiers, he's gonna get it! Oh my god, Funkadelic clutching this! Okay. We have 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining left on the clock. Is Whiteglow running crits? I can only assume he is.
He is not.
Medi. Okay, that is the perfect choice. He's running Medigun. That is perfect. That is 100% perfect. Because that is the only chance that they're going to actually win this fight. Paul already had 40% advantage. They would not have crits in time or anything like that. So they're going to build their Uber, showing the Irish that they possibly have crits, like showing a little bit of aggression. And then as soon as they have Uber, they're going to push in. They have 1, maybe 2 chances, but the second chance is going to be without Uber. High risk, high reward, and if this point gets capped, we're going to have a 3-all scoreline and a golden cap here in the rubber match to see who goes through to the playoffs and who gets knocked out.
All eyes are on the utility classes here. We have got Pur on the I keep pronouncing his name wrong. I apologise to him. We keep him on the Pure on the Pyro here. The Pyro gets exchanged with a scout rush here.
Oh, I love Pyro. That's so cool.
No, the soldier on the point!
No!
Oh my god!
1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay, 3-3.
Soldier?
I don't know. I'm guessing they were just completely going crazy. I love Pyros. They're fantastic on the top left-hand side, but it's not enough for them. As 3-3 is the scoreline, there's a minute remaining, and it is cappable in a minute. I want to point this out to all the viewers. Whiteglow's going crits, and the Russians are saying all or nothing. We're doing this. This is our worst map. We might as well.
Well, they've got their divert. Have a go or not, and they're getting some frags already. They have
Demos down each.
Forsaken goes down. They are getting. Look, they are standing on the point. They are pushing them back. Look at the aggression. Is that Admirable going down?
Oh,
beautiful play.
Funkadelic. The Irish are going to take. We're going to have 30 seconds left on the clock. That means that if they rush it, it is barely possible. As in, like, barely. But I assume that this is going to be a regular 3-3, and it's going to be GG, and we're going to go into a golden cap here, which is a rubber round, just to kind of see who's going to win the map. We have a 10-minute time limit, but for now, 14 seconds.
Nah,
that is what they got. It is, but
Sticky
almost not. Predz into last, Predz is into last. No, he's going to get shot down with a pyro. Is there Uber coming in? It's Uber very late. 2 seconds left on the clock, and we're going to have a GD. 3-0 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, here in the ETF2L Nations Cup, number 3, 6v6 version, between the Russians in the red, who are supposed to be the favourites in this game, and Ireland in the blue. And I have to say, like, you cannot ignore the double backup coming out twice for Ireland to make sure that they got a 2-0 lead. You cannot ignore that.
Well, you can't ignore the double pack tap by the Russians to get a 2-2.
Okay, they did it once.
So, I mean, they are discussing now that it's going to be golden cap. Obviously, anybody who's on the stream and not the STV cannot see what is being said on the server, but they are double checking it is golden cap.
It is going to be a golden cap.
Because in ETF2L there is no such thing as a draw in a map. It's a draw overall, but not in one map. So, the question is, I mean, it's obviously that Whiteglow will be running crits. I mean, I'm gonna put.
We're gonna go on a limb here and kind of guess that he's going crits.
But that's not the question. The question is, who's got the momentum? And I probably think it's the Russians.
Here we're going to go, ladies and gentlemen. Plugins are unloaded, plugins reloaded. Sorry, the timeline was not correct just yet. I just want to say welcome. If you're just joining us here for the first time watching TF2, because we're on the front page of Twitch or something like that, welcome. I love you guys. I love all the excitement that we're getting for TF2 the past couple of days. And we hope you enjoyed just staying with us here, watching this game. the rubber match, obviously, here in the Nations Cup. We're hosting an European Nations Cup. Yes, the Americans or Canadians also, but they're getting knocked out already. And it looks like both teams, they're going to try to ready up, but one of them seems to fail.
Yeah, just for FYI, the USA are not out at the moment. They still have 2 games left to play. The Canadians finished coming third in their table last night. The Americans have their last 2 games tomorrow night and Sunday night. I should try to remember.
I'm not completely sure on the dates.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll cover
I
it.
remember.
I don't think there's anything left at stake there, though, and right now there's a couple of matches still with something at stake. Plugins are unloaded. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into the Golden Cap. Have fun, GGs. Good lucks are being called. And we're going to go into the Golden Cap round here in the first map of our ETF2L Nations Cup number 3 group phase match between Team Ireland in the blue and Team Russia in the red. The winner of this round will win this map. It's very easy. There's a time limit of 10 minutes. And if neither team caps after 10 minutes, the team who holds the middle will win the round. It looks like the Irish going with their well-known Valley strategy.
And it's what GDK goes down straight away. I was just checking who's on crits, and no one's on crit. But Paul goes down, but they've not got the numbers to Russians. It's just 3 up against 5. The key here is that the Irish are going to win this mid, but they are not capping yet because they want to get Whiteglow.
They want to get Whiteglow. They're not going to cap this whatsoever. Admirable coming in from the side. He's going to be able to take that at scout. No, he is not. And now the Irish are going back. Now they're going to cap it. But if they capped that a little bit earlier, I think maybe they could have gotten Spire out of it. Now they're not. They're going to have to hold middle.
I like what they've done, but they've just lost Funkadelic on the questionable aggression there. They are going to have to give this up unless they make Whiteglow pop early, and I can't see them popping Whiteglow. Well, I can't see Whiteglow popping early.
Well, he had a couple of panic Ubers earlier this game. We'll see if he can hold it now for as long as possible. He's going to try and move in there from choke. They know they have a big advantage here, over 60% still, so they have all the time in the world to actually push into here. But if they do, they need to make sure that they pressure the Irish consistently. And I think the Russians are going to play it safe right now. I think they're going to say, you know, we're going to slowly move in, but if anything screws up, we're just going to drop back. And that looks exactly what they're going to do.
Back cap,
watch for those pipes.
Are the Irish playing for the back cap? I saw a scout run past for a back cap. Is he going to get on it? I do not know. I think he got picked off. I saw a scout running behind.
Down. Yeah, Pure's down.
Uber, while that was happening, the Uber's gone off. They've used their Uber, they've not capped yet. And look, wow. Look.
90% on the Irish. The Irish are in a driving seat here, Skully. Yeah. Oh my god, I think the Irish are actually going to do it. It's 100% Uber versus nothing whatsoever for Whiteglow against 4 Russians. I think maybe a crazy backup can save the Russians, but at the moment the Spire's going to get capped. And look at that, Pure's even looking for the backup. He's like, I'm not going to let this happen once more. We're just going to sit here, we're going to defend this area. And even though Dasky goes down, and even though the Uber does get popped, I still like the position the Irish are in at the moment.
Yeah, and this is the Irish. They are not complacent to hold this for the next 7 minutes. They will go for the jugular and go for the win. And I like that play because we do not like any turtling, really. I don't endorse turtling myself, but that's my own view, not Vanilla's view. I just want to say that. But it's true, I will say.
The Russians are going to have to, though. Like, Skully, let's analyze this for a second. We have 100% Uber on the Russian medic at the moment. They know they have advantage because they pop Paul. They need to make sure they don't lose players. And now we see the aggression. Okay, Pure does get popped off. Reko gets popped off, though. There's 1 scout each, but obviously that's the capping power of the Russians being cut in half. So they need to have Redzz on that point ASAP. Where is Redzz positioned at the moment? He's still on last. So it looks like even if the Russians do pop off, which they are going to do right now, Paul almost has the Uber, and Redzz is not even on the point yet. So the Irish are going to be 100% fine here, Skully.
They are 100% fine here, and I can see here it come. Oh wow, they just go straight onto the point. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Wow, the Russians are going to cap this. Yeah, they are going to. Oh my god, the backup comes in. Didn't even see the spy. Whiteglow gets pucked off. 3 for 2 at the moment. 3 for 3. And I'd actually think Forsaken is probably going to go for it. He's sitting on that balcony area. There's a spy and a medic alive. The spy's trying to shoot Forsaken down. 80 HP as the spy walks up there. Tries to shoot some rockets. 80, 55 versus 90. He's going to take the medium health back, walk off. And probably there's going to be 1 player to actually block that point still.
I don't think he's got enough health to go for a block and save it. Here comes the scout. Is it too late? Oh, he's not capped it.
Yeah, barely in time. Barely in time. All right.
He's not capped it. But this is good though because it's 6 minutes left, and for those who are not aware, it's 10 minutes first to cap. If there is no winner after 10 minutes, whoever's got the middle point wins.
Why are the Russians not running crits here? Because both medics actually died. I expected Whiteglow to really run these crits here. They're not. And I even think the Irish are going to expect it, because look at that. Pure's going sniper. I think
Yeah,
the
no,
Irish are
I
expecting that crits to come in. I really think they do, and because you Predz going down, no flank coverage whatsoever now for the Irish. They're going to need to position a soldier over there, and the scouts from Russia are kind of going to have free reign around that valley area for the next 10 seconds.
They don't. Again, they don't know the sniper's been run, so they don't know they've got no scouts.
Where's
the Irish.
Pure? Where's Pure?
Oh, Predz
time. Can they pause this? They're probably going to ask for a pause, but they're not going to. So we'll see.
The Russians
are going to push in. Oh my God! The sniper shot comes in. Uber gets popped, just literally as fast as they can. Now they're asking for a pause, but obviously during an Uber they're not going to get a pause. They're going to push in all the way. The Russians counter Uber does get popped. 6 versus 5, I would like to say, but it's 6 versus 4. Someone of the Irish dropped out, and now the Russians they're getting fragged. They're getting fragged. Skully
got some frags, though. That's what Dowski got a couple frags. So there's no demo help there. Whiteglow goes out. Oh, Paul's got to stay alive here. All down here. If Paul stays alive, they've got to get out. They've got to pull out. They've got to get Paul as safe as they can.
I can imagine
now,
the Irish are going to ask for a pause. Oh, no,
Nope.
Predz is back in, ladies and gentlemen. You can probably not see this on the stream. Predz is now joining back in, so there's going to be 6. A little bit of annoyance, I would think, in the voice chat of the Irish, but they really need to focus now. We have 4.5 minutes remaining, Skully. We have 70% Uber on Whiteglow, and we have 70% Uber on Paul. So the Ubers are pretty much equal. The Irish need to defend this if the Russians push. I do want to point this out. If the Russians push.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound horrible. I don't think the Russians will push.
Look at
4
their
minutes left
position.
on the clock.
Look at their position. They're not doing anything at the moment, so we'll see. The Russians, obviously, the holder of the middle does win the golden cap. That is the rule that ETF2L made up. Not going to really give any arguments about it, but it does support stalemate play.
Again! Oh, wow, he's really been playing too safe here. Now comes Whiteglow with the pop. Is there a scout on the back? And there's no scouts going on any back caps at the moment. Scouts are now trying to get pulled. There's actually a soldier on the back cap. All of a sudden, that unlucky timing
Paul
from
goes
Predz.
down, and probably Dasky goes down here in a second as well. He's 46 HP, does get taken down. Reko dies, but this might be the end of it. This might be the nail in the coffin.
I think it is, and it's such a shame that it comes down just to that one timeout from Predz. It's a real shame. But well, we say that 3 minutes, it's still doable to push back to the second to midpoint. And as you can see, Predz, that Forsaken goes down. It's 4 on 4. The Irish need to do something.
Yeah, but Whiteglow did get taken down though, so obviously they're kidding. I think the Irish are just going to go. Oh my God! Backup comes in. There we go. Russians win the first map. Very easy. Russians win the first map in golden cap. 1-0. That means that they're going to win the first map here, CB Badlands, which is, the first map. Snakewater is going to be the second map. We're going to go over that here in just a second. The Russians, 4-3, winning the first map here in the rubber match in the ETF2L Nations Cup number 3. The group phase still. Winner goes through, loser gets thrown out, and the winner actually plays against Team Sweden in the round of 16. We're going to see how Snakewater plays out. The Irish need to win with at least 1 cap difference, and we'll see how they're going to fare on CP Snakewater here on Vanilla.